Let me be brutally honest with you for a second. Women are never really confused about you. If she's interested, you'll feel it. If she's not, you'll feel it too. But a lot of men ignore the signs because they want to believe there's still a chance. Here's the truth. If a woman isn't interested in you, she will show it through her actions way before she ever says it with her words. And most men miss it because they're caught up in hope or because they've been told to just keep trying. But trying harder with the wrong woman doesn't make her like you. It usually makes her pull away even more. Now, I know that stings because as men, you're told rejection should be fought against, that persistence is attractive. But from a woman's perspective, when we're not into a guy, his persistence doesn't come across as romantic. It comes across as him not getting the hint, and that's when respect starts to drop. See, the reality is this. Women are very consistent when they like a man. She'll make time. She'll give energy. She'll make excuses to see you, talk to you, connect with you. If that's not happening, it's not because she's busy or shy or doesn't know what she wants. It's because she's not feeling it, period. And here's the part you need to understand. Women will rarely come right out and say, I'm not interested. Why? Because we don't want the drama, the argument, or to be painted as the bad guy. Instead, we show you. And if you know what to look for, you'll stop wasting your time chasing the wrong women and start focusing on the ones who actually want you. So, let's get real. If a woman is not interested in you, she will do these 7 things, and once you see them clearly, you won't ever mistake disinterest for maybe again. 1, she doesn't prioritize you. You're always last on doesn't prioritize you. You're always last on her list. When a woman is genuinely interested in you, you don't have to wonder if she'll make time. She will. Even if she's working crazy hours or balancing a busy life, she'll find a way to squeeze you in. Because women naturally prioritize the men they want. That's just how we are wired. But when she's not interested, you'll notice that suddenly everything else seems more important than you. She's too busy. She forgot. She's tired, or she always has something going on that conveniently leaves no space for you. And here's the key. This isn't about her being busy in general. It's about her being busy when it comes to you. For example, if she can somehow make time to go out with her friends 3 nights a week, spend hours scrolling on Instagram, or binge watch an entire series on Netflix, but she just can't find the time to see you, that's her showing you where you rank in her life. You're not the priority, you're the afterthought. And let me tell you, women are very intentional with this. We know when we're making excuses. We know when we're stringing someone along. We know when we're politely keeping you on the back burner without ever planning to move you forward. So don't fool yourself into thinking she's waiting for the right time or that if you just hang in there, she'll come around. Men who don't understand this often fall into the trap of trying harder. They start offering more, giving more, chasing harder, hoping that if they just prove their value, she'll finally notice. But in a woman's eyes, this only reinforces that she doesn't have to prioritize you. She knows you'll stick around no matter what, and that actually makes her respect you less. A woman who's into you doesn't need convincing. She won't forget to call back. She won't constantly reschedule. She won't keep you waiting while she lives her life with everyone else. She'll create space for you because she wants to. So here's the truth. If you feel like you're always at the bottom of her list, it's because you are. And once you recognize that, the smartest move you can make is to step back, not keep chasing. 2, her communication is dry, delayed, and forced. Communication is dry, delayed, and forced. One of the clearest ways to know a woman isn't interested is by looking at her communication with you. Pay attention not just to what she says, but how she says it and how much effort she puts into keeping the conversation alive. When a woman likes you, texting isn't a chore. It's natural. She responds quickly. She engages with what you say. She asks questions back and the conversation flows. She doesn't leave you hanging for days with no explanation. She doesn't give you one-word answers that kill the vibe. She doesn't constantly forget to reply, but when she's not interested, communication becomes a burden for her. That's when you start seeing the dry lol. Okay. Yeah. Or maybe. That's when her replies take hours, sometimes days. And when they finally come, they feel like effort, not interest. She's not trying to connect. She's just trying to keep it polite or avoid confrontation. And don't get it twisted. Women know exactly what we're doing when we do this. We're deliberately slowing the conversation down because we don't want to give you the impression that we're invested. It's our way of distancing ourselves without outright rejecting you. The mistake men make is taking these crumbs and trying to turn them into a full meal. If she replies with LOL, you try harder, sending another joke or question, hoping she'll warm up. If she takes forever to respond, you convince yourself she's just busy. But here's the truth. Women always have their phones. If she wanted to talk to you, she would. Attraction makes communication effortless. Disinterest makes it draining. If you ever feel like you're the only one keeping the conversation alive, that's not bad timing or bad luck. That's her showing you she's not invested. Stop wasting energy decoding emojis or overanalyzing her delays. If it feels dry, it's because she doesn't care enough to make it flow. 3, she never initiates anything with you, never initiates anything with you. This is one of the clearest truths men tend to overlook. If a woman never initiates with you, it's because she's not interested. Period. Think about it. When a woman truly wants you, she doesn't just sit back and wait for you to do all the work. She'll find reasons to reach out. She'll send that good morning text, or she'll randomly share something funny she saw that reminded her of you. She'll suggest plans, even if it's just grabbing coffee or saying, "We should hang out." It doesn't always have to be big, but you'll see effort from her side. When she's not interested, though, the dynamic is completely one-sided. You're the one always texting first. You're the one always making the plans. You're the one keeping the connection alive, while she just responds when it's convenient for her and never once takes the lead. And here's what you need to understand. Women are not passive when they like someone. We might play a little coy at first, but deep down, we are wired to pursue what we want to. If a woman likes a guy, she will find a way to show it. Even if she's shy, she'll drop hints, open doors, or at least make it obvious she's available. So if you're the only one initiating, if you're constantly reaching out, constantly planning, constantly chasing, that's not a sign she's being reserved or waiting for you to lead. It's a sign she's not motivated to put in energy toward you. Because believe me, when a woman actually wants you, she won't risk losing you by staying silent. Here's another truth. Effort is a mirror of interest. When a woman puts in zero effort, it's because she feels zero desire. And men who ignore this end up burning themselves out, texting, calling, planning, chasing, and mistaking her polite responses as signs of potential. But it's not potential, it's pity. She's letting you do all the work because she doesn't care enough to contribute. If you want to save yourself a lot of wasted energy, start paying attention to initiation. Does she ever text you first? Does she ever ask to see you? Does she ever check in on you without you prompting her? If the answer is always no, then stop lying to yourself. She's not waiting for you to prove yourself. She's showing you she's not interested. And once you see that clearly, the smartest thing you can do is stop chasing. Because the right woman won't make you feel like you're dragging her into your life. She'll meet you halfway because she wants to. 4. Her. Her body language gives her away. Every time body language gives her away. Every time men often overthink what a woman says, but the real truth is written all over her body language. A woman's interest, or lack of it, is always revealed in how she moves, how she positions herself, and how she reacts when you're around. We can hide behind words, but our body doesn't lie. When a woman isn't interested, the first giveaway is distance. She'll keep space between you whenever possible. Maybe she leans away instead of leaning in. Maybe she avoids sitting too close. Maybe she shifts her body slightly so it's angled away from you rather than toward you. These things seem small, but they're huge signals that she's not trying to create closeness. Eye contact is another big one. If she likes you, her eyes linger, her focus is on you, and she uses her gaze to connect. But when she doesn't care, eye contact feels minimal, distracted, or avoided altogether. She'll look at her phone around the room or at anyone but you. And no, that's not shyness. That's disinterest. Touch is one of the clearest signals of all. Women naturally touch men they're attracted to. It could be a light touch on the arm, brushing against you as she walks by, or finding small excuses for contact. But if she's never touching you, never leaning in, never breaking that physical barrier, then she's keeping a wall up on purpose. Even her expressions tell you. A woman who's genuinely engaged will smile often. Her face lights up when she sees you, and her energy feels warm. When she's not interested, her expressions are neutral, forced, or polite. It's like she's there, but she's not really present with you. And here's the thing. Men sometimes convince themselves these signals don't matter. They think maybe she's just tired or maybe she's shy. But let me be real with you. Women don't need extra energy to show interest. Attraction naturally pulls us in. It makes us smile, lean forward, and want to connect. If you're not getting those signals, then you're ignoring what her body is screaming at you. A woman who's into you doesn't hold back. She closes the gap. She finds excuses to be closer. She makes you feel her energy through her eyes and her presence. A woman who's not interested keeps her space, avoids too much eye contact, and shows zero physical warmth. So stop overanalyzing her words and start paying attention to her body. If she's pulling back, it's not because she's complicated or confused. It's because she's not attracted. And once you recognize that, you won't waste time trying to convince her otherwise. Her body language is the truth she'll never say out loud. Learn to read it and you'll never fall for mixed signals again. 5. She avoids situations where she might be alone with you. She avoids situations where she might be alone with you. Here's something most men don't pick up on. When a woman isn't interested, she'll avoid being in situations where she might end up alone with you. It's subtle, but it's one of the clearest signs she doesn't want things to move forward. Think about it. When a woman likes you, she's comfortable being around you. In fact, she looks forward to those moments when it's just the two of you, because that's when the connection can deepen. She doesn't need a crowd as a buffer. She doesn't need an excuse, and she doesn't need to constantly invite a friend. She actually wants that time with you. But when she's not feeling it, suddenly she always has company. If you suggest hanging out, she'll say things like, "Can I bring my friend?" Or, "We should all go as a group." Notice how the we becomes we and someone else. That's intentional. It's her way of keeping the vibe casual and making sure things don't get too personal. You might notice it in small ways too. Maybe you walk her to her car after dinner, and instead of slowing down or lingering, she moves quickly and says goodnight before anything can happen. Or maybe you invite her to come over and watch a movie, and she gives you the classic, "Oh, maybe another time," followed by suggesting something safer, like grabbing coffee in public. There was this one guy who kept asking a woman he liked to hang out. She agreed, but it was always in group settings. A party, a night out with friends, a casual lunch where others were around. Every time he suggested something one-on-one, she had an excuse. He thought he was being patient, waiting for the right moment. But in reality, she was showing him she didn't want a moment alone with him at all. See, women know what it means when we agree to be alone with a man. We know it creates intimacy. It opens the door for things to get more serious. If we don't want that, we'll avoid those situations at all costs, not because we're scared, but because we're not interested. The mistake men make is brushing this off as coincidence, but when it keeps happening, it's not an accident. It's her quietly telling you, "I don't see this going anywhere." Here's the bottom line. A woman who's interested in you won't dodge private moments with you. She'll create them. A woman who avoids being alone with you is showing you without saying a word that she doesn't see you that way. And the sooner you notice that, the sooner you can stop investing in someone who isn't. She talks to you like a friend, not a man. She wants investing back. 6, she talks to you like a friend, not a man. She wants this one is so important, and yet so many men miss it. When a woman isn't interested, she'll interact with you in a way that keeps you firmly in the friend zone. The way she talks to you, the words she chooses, even her tone, it all sends a clear message. When a woman wants a man, her energy is different. There's playfulness, curiosity, a touch of flirtation. She cares about how she comes across, and you can sense that she wants to impress you just a little. Even if she's subtle, you'll feel a feminine warmth that goes beyond casual conversation. But when she doesn't see you that way, the vibe changes completely. She talks to you the same way she'd talk to her brother, her coworker, or her buddy from class. The conversation feels flat, practical, and safe. She doesn't tease you. She doesn't throw in those little hints of attraction, and she doesn't try to draw you in emotionally. Instead, she keeps things surface level or purely friendly. And here's where a lot of men get confused, because a woman can genuinely enjoy talking to you without being attracted to you. She can appreciate your company, your humor, or your kindness while having zero romantic or physical interest. From her side, she sees you as someone safe and easy to talk to, not someone she's considering being with. You'll notice it in the topics too. If she's always talking to you about other men, the guy she likes, the guy who broke her heart, the guy she can't figure out, that's her way of reminding you where you stand. She's showing you directly or indirectly that she doesn't see you as an option. Another giveaway is how she reacts when you try to flirt. If she ignores it, brushes it off, or quickly changes the subject, she's not interested. If she laughs awkwardly or treats it like a joke instead of engaging, that's her keeping the dynamic strictly friendly. Men who miss these signs end up waiting around, hoping the friendship will turn into something more. But from a woman's perspective, once you've been put in that category, it's very rare that it changes. Women know the difference between a man we're attracted to and a man we're just comfortable with, and the way we talk to each is completely different. So here's the truth. If she talks to you like a friend, it's because that's all she wants you to be. Don't waste time trying to prove yourself into something more. If she wanted you, you'd feel it in the way she speaks to you. 7. She leaves you guessing. But deep down, you already know she leaves you guessing. But deep down, you already know. Let me be blunt here. If you're constantly second-guessing how a woman feels about you, it's usually because she's not interested. Attraction doesn't live in confusion. When a woman wants you, she makes it clear. She shows you. She doesn't leave you up at night wondering what she really thinks. The problem is, a lot of men don't want to accept that answer. You cling to mixed signals because you'd rather hold on to maybe than admit it's a no, and that's how you end up stuck, chasing, waiting, overanalyzing when the truth has been staring you in the face the whole time. Here's something you need to understand from a woman's perspective. If we're into you, you'll know. There won't be long silences. There won't be constant excuses. There won't be this endless guessing game. We'll show you with our energy, our effort, and our consistency. We'll make it known that we want you in our lives. When we don't feel that way, we do the opposite. We stay vague. We give half-hearted responses. We keep you just close enough to not look rude, but far enough to avoid commitment. And a lot of men misinterpret this as a challenge, like they just need to figure out the right move to win us over. But it's not a puzzle. It's a polite rejection we don't want to say out loud. Here's the hard truth you need to hear. If she wanted you, she wouldn't risk losing you. She wouldn't play distant games. She wouldn't keep you confused. And she wouldn't make you question yourself every step of the way. Women don't gamble with men they truly desire. So why do some of you ignore the obvious? Because your ego gets attached. You tell yourself, if I just try harder, if I just wait longer, if I just prove myself more, she'll finally choose me. But that's not persistence. That's self-sabotage. Every minute you spend chasing someone who doesn't want you is a minute stolen from someone who actually would. Men who thrive in dating aren't the ones who beg for clarity from disinterested women. They're the ones who recognize indifference quickly and walk away. They understand their time, energy, and attention are valuable, and they don't waste it on anyone who doesn't clearly reciprocate. So let me give you this wake-up call. If you're always guessing with her, stop because you already know the truth. And the longer you ignore it, the more power you hand over. The moment you choose to accept it and move on, you reclaim that power. And that's when you start attracting women who do want you. Women who make it easy, clear, and undeniable. Stop settling for maybe. Respect yourself enough to only entertain. Yes. Conclusion. Let me leave you with this. Women are not as complicated as you've been told. If she's interested, you'll know. If she's not, you'll feel it. All those excuses, the guessing, the mixed signals, they're not signs of mystery. They're signs of disinterest. And here's the part that might sting a little. The only reason you stay confused is because you want to believe she cares more than she actually does. You're holding on to potential instead of reality. But let me be real with you. Women don't hide attraction. If she wants you, you'll see it. If you're chasing, begging, convincing, or waiting, you're already losing. The smartest men aren't the ones who fight for every woman they like. They are the ones who recognize quickly when it's not mutual and they walk away with their confidence intact. That's what makes women respect them. They don't settle for being an option. They choose to be chosen. So, here's my challenge to you. Stop ignoring what's right in front of you. Pay attention to her actions. If she's showing you she's not interested, believe her. Don't waste time chasing a maybe when there are women out there who will give you a clear and undeniable yes. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever been in a situation where you missed these signs, or maybe you saw them but ignored them anyway? Share your story in the comments. I'll be reading and responding. Let's talk about it.